All right, so the first match we're watching is going to be a 6v6 domination. So you guys can enjoy watching that while we in this match. But anywho, so in this particular match, I'm going to be trying to push A, trying to, get in there as long as this Jaeger gets out of the way. Good God, man. But yes, I'll be watching this match along with you guys, commenting, of course. But yeah, with this thing, as you can see, you can go insanely fast with this thing when you use the sprint. It is actually insane. It is one of the quickest tanks in the game and one of my favorites to play by far. It is incredibly quick. So much fun. Now, I should have definitely gone the right side here, but oh well. It is what it is. So pretty much with the domination style in this game, you definitely need to get the cap first, because with how the caps work in this game, for as long as whichever team owns the cap gets points, even if the other team is contesting it. So all you have to do is just keep contesting and owning the cap, and you get points the whole match, which makes it really easy to win, as long as your team is smart and actually contests or contest the cap and actually gets the cap. But sometimes you'll just get teammates that aren't really good at it, and yeah, it is unfortunate. But yeah, that kind of got what came to him, and here comes what makes this thing really good. It's just how mobile it is. Just see how I'm able to just scurry myself away from the enemy team there as they try to run me down and chase me down here. Because the Jaeger even went after me. He's like, oh, wait a minute, there's someone right there. And I'm like, nope. And I just ram him, and he doesn't really have a chance, so rip him. And yeah, that's pretty much what they do. Yeah, they just ram and have fun, and I'm like, oh, looky here, what you doing there? What you doing there, little buddy? I am super glad they also nerfed oh dang, I can't think about it for some reason. What is it? They recently nerfed the Abram. I forgot the name of it. I don't even know how. If someone can let me know what tank it is, I'd greatly appreciate it. I don't know why, but I just can't think of the name for some reason. But it's pretty much the Abram. It had the AC 130 ability on it, but they recently removed that ability due to just how OP it made the tank in divs. So a lot of teams would literally just have people would bring in a double div or a triple div, and you would just get harassed by it the whole time. It would just be awful. And it looks like the Jaeger did come back for vengeance, and I'm like, nope, I'm just gonna nope out of that fight, because I don't really have to mess with them. I can just move away from the air, which is why I like it so much. And yep, he's sitting there defending the cap, doing a very good job. Very happy my teammates were actually defending. Oh, ooh, I almost slipped there. That was a little bit dangerous. Oh, and the Jaeger's back after me. He's after me, man. He's after me. Oh! And yep, he got killed. Rip him. That is a disaster. One tip I do give people, though, make sure you use the heal when you're not in combat. Because if you use the heal while you're in combat, you're not going to be able to... Like, if anyone hits you, rams you, does any type of damage to you, you're not going to be able to heal at all. Your heal's going to get cut off. Oh, God. I don't remember if I had to get out of this. I don't remember this. Do I get out of this situation? Nope. Disaster. I was really close to getting out of there, though. It was really, really close, but it is unfortunate. Very unfortunate indeed.
Commanders, it's your chance to make it quick.
Very, very, very unfortunate. But no, in this particular tank, you need to use your mobility. You need to use that clip to make sure that you're able to use the whole clip and get out of the situation that you're in before you get, pulverized. But you want to be able to use your whole clip, leave, and come back after you've reloaded, and just keep repeating that process over and over and over again with this particular tank. That's how you play. And use the rockets when either someone's uphill to you or they're a little bit further away, or if you're fighting a taller tank, you can do that better. Now, we did get the same map again And it is domination, but it's more of the style with 5 caps instead of 1. So right away, I'm already going to be heading all the way over to C cap. Oh, and it was called the Chopper. The one with the AC one thing that got nerfed is the Chopper. My bad. I can't believe I forgot that name. It's just an iconic name. But yeah, it was a well-deserved nerf to the Chopper. They also nerfed a few other tanks that are a little bit too unbalanced, which I'm pretty glad. That's one thing about Project Sealer, which I'm really happy about this alpha testing, is that a lot of the tanks are actually getting balanced whenever they reset the servers daily. So it really makes you really happy they're actually paying attention to the gameplay and nerfing the tanks that need to be nerfed right away. So I'm hoping they keep this trend going for when the game actually comes out. That would make me really, really happy. So pretty much my goal at this point is just to watch over this cap here and just watch over making sure. And one thing I forgot is that on the rear for this particular tank is that its aiming is a little bit higher because of that engine there. So you're not able to aim as low as you normally would off the front. That is the downside to this Russian tank, unfortunately. As you can see, I kind of just scurry away from those two, let the Chopper come in, and now I don't remember if I make a mistake here by jumping off here, but I do later. And yeah, I kind of mess up here, and I kind of left the Chopper too alone, and
You're making it too easy for
unfortunately, I do believe he gets killed. And I'm like, yeah, I need to get out of here, and I just leave at this point. There's so many of them coming up this hill. I'm like, yeah, I'm getting out of here. Now, on these particular maps where you have a lot of little hiding places, you can scurry around like a little rat, pretty much. Having these light tanks is amazing. It's just so much fun to do. You scurry around, hide, get your reload going, and then you come back and hit them when they're not expecting it. Yeah, but this Kent is just, he doesn't even realize where I'm at. He's just gonna go on the cap at this point. Now, I am curious where the other people are in this match, but it looks like none of them, I don't think the other ones came up here. I think they went more, oh, well, he's out there. Oh, and there they are. But luckily for me, he just sat right in front of my rockets. So nice. Thank you for that. I appreciate it. And I just drive right around that Titan there and head right back into the cap to defend the cap with my team. As you can see though, like with the reload of the clip, it does take about 6 seconds per round. So you need to make sure that, you know, when you're waiting for the fight, you're kind of just waiting for the clip. Don't go in with that at least 3, so at least you can start slapping whoever you're going after. Now, if you do get that I think it's triple critical hit or 3 hits in a row, consecutive hits, you do get a nice little bonus to your reload speed of your clip. Also, your sprint acceleration is better as well, I believe, which makes it where, you know, you're a lot more maneuverable and you get a nice clip bonus. So very nice with the autoloader there. Now the Ray, and the kit does the same exact thing as last time. He legit does the exact same thing as last time, goes around the exact same way. So creature of habit, I guess. I also did not pop my heal earlier like I should have. That is a massive skill issue on my fault. I also missed that shot too. I still haven't popped my heal yet? What the heck? And I accidentally drift off the cliff. I love how the audio had fun destroying you. It's like literally my own dude saying that. Oh, that's hilarious. That is absolutely hilarious. It's like my own guy just smack talked himself. But yeah, I think for a closed alpha, this game is doing really well. I am excited to see whenever they do the beta and how it'll go. And I do a nice little hit there. Very nice. Oh, looks like B cap is the one we have to get. Now, in this particular mode, whenever you see that objective where you have to get it for an extra goal or something, you need to make sure you grab it. Because if you don't, those 300 points are massive. That is 15% of the total points of the match that you need. So getting those points will really make or break a match. Now I do head back up here, trying to fight for C, since the enemy team is up here trying to take it. I'm trying to clear this area out and then head back down, and yep, I see the Titan. I'm like, nope, I'm just gonna nope out of there, and I go right up behind the Jaeger. I'm like, oh hey buddy, how's it hanging? Activate the rockets. I miss because I'm a, well actually I hit some of them, not all of them. And I started just trying to back away from him, getting him back behind the Titan, shoot him a few times, distract him. I got the Jaeger after me now and the Titan. It's not looking too hot for me at the moment. Not the best situation to have, but... And yep, he also gets a nice shot on me as well. But yeah, the Jaeger is able to go almost as quickly as me. And I did not know on this map, I'm about to make a fatal error here. I was about to either jump off or slide off. Oh, I slide off and yep. If you're about to flip or slide off there, you do die. There are certain instances where you will die from fall damage pretty much. So your tank just automatically explodes. Now, I'm not sure if they'll change that in the upcoming patches or upcoming plays of this game, but so far at certain instances when you start flipping like that, you're just instantly kaput. So I did try to help out my teammate here, but it wasn't really needed because my teammates got him anyway, so good job to him. But pretty much at this point, the game is in the bag. We've been doing a really good job holding more caps and getting more kills, so I'm pretty impressed with how our team was doing this match. But yeah, if you guys have any questions or concerns about anything, just let me know in the comments. I normally play World of Warships, so playing this kind of game is a lot more fun. I think of this game as it's like World of Tanks, but it's more like faster pace, kind of like modern Warfare or Call of Duty, I guess is the best way I can describe it. But I've really been enjoying the faster paced gameplay than compared to like World of Tanks and World of Warships, where it's a lot slower pace, which can kind of get boring over time. But this faster pace is definitely a lot of fun, and I have been enjoying it. But yeah, that is some gameplay of the Raketa. Now I'm going to talk about the Raketa's build and a little bit about the tank, so you guys can, if you guys have any questions about the build or anything, you can leave them in the comments down below. Without further ado, Raketa. Raketa is one of the most mobile tanks in the game. Also has an interesting giving with having a 6-round clip, where pretty much it loads up the 6 rounds. Well, it actually has 4 rounds. With this final one, it makes it where it has 6, so it has 4. And with this upgrade, it goes to 6. And it pretty much, it reloads all of those rounds, and then it will shoot them in quick succession. Rather than doing a run round every 6 seconds, you can shoot them every 2 seconds, and then you have to do 6 seconds to reload each of the individual rounds, unless you get this special ability, Sharpshooter, which makes it where scoring 3 critical hits doubles the autoloader speed and grants 25% movement speed boost. So without further ado, let's go into the build and some gameplay. So for my particular build for the Raketa, we go into more of a mobile build, getting a lot of mobility and your ability to pretty much fire while on the move. So going to that, let's get started. So for the first upgrade, I go with the core, so you get extra penetration power, so you're able to hit a little bit harder to reach areas with the extra pen, and the faster shell speed makes it you're going to be more accurate with your shells. You also get a reticle size negative 10% for standing, which is also nice as well. For the second slot, I go with the stabilizer. Makes it where the reticle size while standing and moving are smaller, and the reticle size after shot is also smaller as well. It just makes it where you're just going to be more accurate overall with this. Now, if you want to do like more of a focus purely on moving, you could always do the wind sensor, which makes it while you're moving, you have a 15% reticle size for moving. But I like having the more in the middle approach with this one, but up to you on that one. In the third slot, I go with the compressor, which makes it where the reverse speed is plus 10% and the base acceleration is 15%. For most of my build, I try to up my reverse speed, forward speed, and my base acceleration, so this thing can be very, very, very maneuverable. And you guys will see why in the matches that I'll be showcasing. Now, if you would rather build into just speed without the acceleration, then you can do the forward and reverse speed here. But I would rather do this here with the base acceleration, just so you can move more quicker just throughout. In the first slot, it doesn't matter too much because the only ability you get is the rocket barrage, where it'll be firing 30 rockets, each dealing about 150 damage. You can pretty much pick whichever ones these want. If you want more of the this one here is also going to the oil tank, which makes it wearing an enemy vehicle restores 10% energy points. So if you're low on points, you can just ram someone and there you go, and then you can use your rockets. Now, one downside effect of those rockets is they aren't really able to aim it down, so you do have to aim them at either a taller tanks, or you have to be angling your tank down so where it's easier to hit someone that's closer to you, just to sign up for the rockets. Now, for slot 5, I go with the chassis here. Chassis with the reticle size moving is 15%, forward speed is 10%, reverse speed is plus 7%, and the track repair is -2 seconds. This makes it while you're immobilized, your rocket reload time reduces by 10%. So if you ever get immobilized where they knock out your tracks or your engine, you are able to get a little bit quicker reload time for the rockets, which is pretty nice. Now, this one overall, I like this one way better than this one over here, where it just does its reverse speed. It does make it where your track repair is quicker and your reverse speed is quicker, but this overall just does a lot more for while you're on the move, aiming. That's why I like that one better. Now, in slot 6 and 7, they haven't really talked about these yet. I was trying to experiment on them to figure which ones are better. So honestly, they haven't really given us any information on these. So right now it doesn't matter too much, but honestly, I don't know. I was going to put on this one just to see, because the red tips are different than the rest. So I don't know. They haven't really showcased these yet. So whenever they actually showcase like what these differences are, then I'll make a video on those. And same with in the pod 7, they haven't really got into the depth on what the differences are for these yet. So we can't do these for slot 7 yet. But whenever they do something, I will make a video on the upgraded Rakata for that. Now for slot 8, I go with the extra spotting range and the spotting duration. This also increases spotting count by 10% while on the move. Since you're going to be able to move this thing a lot, I'd highly recommend this one. But if you want to do more with this one, the spotting angle degrees plus this with the spotting range, or the signal range and X-ray radius. But overall, this one's just better for this particular tank, just for how mobile you're going to be. Now in slot 9, I go with the combustion chamber. Pretty much make you go 25% faster going, and the base acceleration is 5%, and the sprint energy cost is 10%. Now this tank doesn't get that much sprint, so cutting the cost of that by 10% is really nice. And also scoring a critical hit and engine regenerates energy twice as fast for 5 seconds. So if you do hit a critical hit on someone, you're able to use your sprint energy a lot more, which is really nice. Now, you could go with the base accelerated 13%, which is really, really nice as well. But I want that extra 25% speed, which if you do that, it makes it where you build over time. It makes it where your tank can go over 100 kilometers. It is ridiculous how quick you can make it go. It's insane. Now, in slot 10, some people may opt for the ram knives. where it makes it where you have resistance storming in the front and ramming damage bonus. You can do that if you'd like, but I go with the 2 extra magazine shell count. It makes it where you do have a 4 clip to a 6 clip, and having those 2 extra shells really make a huge difference in your DPM. So I highly recommend the 2 extra shells in your magazine. Moving on from that, going into the upgrades, of course, the consumables. Consumables, of course, I have the repair kit, of course. And then for manual, of course, I have the med kit. Since there are only rocket barrages ability, you don't need the energy cost booster at all. The energy booster, you don't need that one at all. So I highly don't pick that one. And you could also get the fire extinguisher, but while playing this thing, I've never been caught on fire, so it's not really needed. But if you want to do it, then so be it. Now, for the 3 perks, with the perks, I have it as in the saddle shooting, which improves the gun stabilization by 15% when traversing the turret. It just makes it when you're turning the turret, you're able to, you know, be more accurate. So, very nice. Now, I did have the increase by 10% acceleration, but with how much you get with how quickly you go with the sprint, I kind of was like, yeah, you don't really need that 10%. You can just turn it into more gun accuracy. So overall, that's what I use for that. Now, for the second perk, I go with Deadeye, which increases the gun accuracy by 15%. Overall, this makes it a lot more accurate with the gun aiming. So even though the reticle isn't bigger or smaller with this, it just makes your guns a little bit more accurate, which is really nice. Now, you could do improved gun handling and aiming speed by 10%. But that's more on if you're not moving. That's the aiming time part is with that one. But since this thing is you're going to be moving a lot, as in all the time, you're going to probably want to go with more of the increased gun accuracy. You could also do this one as well. But again, you already did it here, so it's not really worth it. In the final slot, I go with increased AP and HE shell critical damage against module by 15%. So you're more likely to do more critical hit damage against people that you're shooting at. But yeah, overall, that is going to be the build.